Hello, my name's Malcolm and I hold the plumbing seat in this chapter, and I'm doing my presentation today on my business and what we can provide for our customers. Our ideal referrals would be property managers, strata groups, commercial and domestic. We do maintenance and installation and all those. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Malcolm Ames.
Thank you very much. Welcome to everybody, welcome to the visitors. I'm just going to move around here a little bit because I need the screen to see my prompts, so I can't read it from back there. So it's alright, we just start with that. This is my family, so my son, my sister, my mother who's 97 with the grandkids there, and my other son on the other photo. That's my family favourites, my two grandkids, and I think my wife snuck that photo in there because if you read the title, she said she outfished me as usual, which is only when she's in the boat. And this is O'Brien Plumbing. This is the group. This is the guys we've got employed, and Juanita, who some of you have met before, is a sub for me, and that's where we're based at Ferryden Park. So today I'd just like to go through a few jobs that we've done in the last 6 to 9 months, just to show you what we do and highlight the services that we can provide to our customers. I'll let you read that for yourselves because I can't read it from here because I haven't got my glasses on. So that's pretty much what we do, where we started from, what we try and provide for our customers, and where we plan to be in the future. We'll finish reading that. Case 1, or job 1. This is a job we did for a builder that is one of our customers. It's a very big job. You can see down the bottom you can see the gas meter. It's a very large gas meter. This customer had a lot of gas appliances, including a pool heater, which was right down the back behind that white screen. A bit hard to see on that photo. You can see all the pool plumbing pipe work there that was put in, and the little gas pipe sitting up there in the middle was our gas pipe. That job all went well. We tested the service. It was all completed and finished. The owner of the property organised their own landscaping and retaining wall. And unfortunately, the plot on the left, they dug a hole for the retaining wall support post and they hit the gas pipe. So we had to go back and fix it, which wasn't a big deal. The real fun and games started though when they got their gas meter commissioned and they were ready to move in, and the contractors that did the gas noted there was a gas leak. So that was after we tested everything was fine, that's good. So obviously the retaining people had hit the pipe again. And now it was all concrete, paved, done, finished, completed. So we had a problem. People couldn't have any gas, couldn't have any hot water, couldn't have anything. So we were able to go back in there with a tracer gas, which we put down the pipes there. And with this little device here, which I threatened Bob with earlier, that if he let out too much gas, I'd test him. So I'll just shut that back a bit because it's a bit noisy. I might even turn it off because it's even noisier. That's what it does when it detects the gas. So it gives us an audible alarm. And we were able to locate that leak in a certain spot. And again, once we'd excavated down there, the service was about 800 deep. So it's a fair bit to dig out. We found that the pipe was buried in the concrete that supported the post for retaining wall. So the next step was jackhammer up, rip up paving, rip down retaining walls. Not really a viable option, so we actually reran the gas service around the back of the retaining wall to his pool heater and connected it all up, and he's all good to go. So that was one job we did. Second job, there's some gas heating. We do a lot of gas maintenance during winter, so there's some various heaters there. There's an overhead heater, outdoor heater, so for patios and alfrescos and things like that. We supply, install and maintain all those. Little heater up there on the top in the middle was a job we went to for a customer. The heater's over 20 years old. It wasn't working. It needed some parts. We tried to source the parts from the manufacturer. The manufacturer basically said parts are no longer available. You can't get them. Our advice to the customer is to replace the heater. You've had a good run. It's over 20 years old. I've spoken at these meetings before about carbon monoxide. So that heat exchange, every time it gets hot and cold, it's metal. You get metal fatigue, it cracks. You can end up with carbon monoxide coming out of the room. The customer came back and said, look, I've sourced these parts online. Can you come back and fit them? Our answer to him was, look, they're not original parts. We don't know where they've come from, we don't know what they are, we don't know if it's going to work. So basically we declined to fit the parts and parted ways with that job and that customer. Unfortunately, the customer didn't like that and gave us a pretty bad review on things, so that's not much we can do about it. I'd rather have a safe customer than put somebody in a hazardous position. Right-hand picture is a bit fuzzy there, but you might be able to see in the front that metal pipe there's got a little cowl on the top. And if you look in there, that's actually inside the roof space of the person's home. Most gas flues need to be flued external of the building and should be 500 or 600 mil above the roof line, the tiles or the iron. So who'd done that job had taken a shortcut. So it wasn't good.
That's very nicely put.
And the final case study, commercial. We do a fair bit of commercial maintenance and installation and stuff like that. This is a customer from Para Hills Community Club, Golf Club on the brain. Phone call came in from the chef there and said, do we do commercial maintenance? Yes, we do, not a problem. His next question was a bit surprising though. He asked if we'd turn up. And I thought, yeah, we'll turn up. I don't know why he'd asked that question, but obviously he'd had some bad experiences in the past. So yeah, we turned up, got a technician go down there, got all the details, ordered all the parts, actually made arrangements to come back as an early start for the customer because they used the kitchen from about 10 o'clock in the morning. There was about 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours work there. So we came in early in the morning, got it all done, got it all fixed, and they were using it the same day and happy as Larry. So this is some of the jobs that we do. I'm just looking at the time, make sure I don't run out of time. Our services in gas and plumbing. It's a list of things that we can do. Like I said, we've been around for a long time, so we basically do everything within the industry, whether it's gas or plumbing, installation, maintenance, service, all that sort of stuff. And our referrals, so in commercial properties, commercial property managers, strata groups, that sort of stuff. And our ideal referrals, we've got up there Waterman Property, Chris Waterman, and in-style property manager Rick Hammock. I think it is. I can read it from you. Go good. And that's us. That's where we are. That's how you can contact us, and that's where we're at. So I've left a minute or two for questions if anybody's got any.
So we've got any burning questions at the moment? Anyone? Thermal couples? You do thermal couples in fryers and stuff like that as well? Okay, good to know. Just being an ex-fish and chip shop owner, it's very hard to find people that do that sort of stuff. So I know a few shops that might use your services. Not a lot of plumbers just don't do it, that's why.
Yeah, we specialise in gas maintenance, gas, that sort of stuff. So yeah, thermocouples. Not a lot of fryers nowadays have thermocouples, but they're all electronic ignition. So yeah, that's sort of a bit different. But yeah, we do that as well.
Any other questions?
Do you do commercial kitchens?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
And underground plumbing and all?
Yep. Yep.
So besides the external vent that was internal, are there any other things that you've seen that have just made you just go, what were these people thinking? Was there any other stories where you just think, wow, I can't believe this is what someone believed to be acceptable? That's where you've seen a lot.
Oh, yeah. Just about anything and everything you see. Like, a customer just the other day rang up a portable heater. I don't know people what portable heaters are, but they don't have a flue, so you don't have that vent going through. But when you burn them, everything comes back into the room. So you're breathing all the products of combustion. So with those heaters, it's actually a legal requirement to have vents installed that have to go to atmosphere. So they can't just sit anywhere. They've got to go where there's a vented cavity or something like that. And they're saying, oh yeah, I've got this, I want this, or what have you got vents? No. So that's quite a bit of a, something you can't do. You've got to have vents, but people put them in and don't put the vents in, or don't tell them they have to have the vents put in. So people want it, they put it in.
Is there a problem connecting a gas heater to a gas bottle?
No. Depends where you're leading with that one. Yeah, you can have LPG or
indoor gas heater that would normally be pumped
and run it inside.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
You can have LPG heaters or natural gas heaters. It's got to be suitable for the gas that you're running. So you can't put a natural gas heater on an LPG bottle. That will not work. It will end up in a ball of flame. The injectors.
I see a photo of one in a tenant's home, not in one of mine.
The bottle should be outside.
The bottle's got to be outside. There are regulations to it. Yeah, I've seen the same thing. People have got. I've seen people with a bottle with a flexible hose going through a hole in the wall to a heater inside, and I've seen bottles inside the actual room sitting next to the heater, so it's an ignition source right next to the heater, which is not good either. So yeah, you get all sorts of things. So not great.
Well done, Malcolm.
No worries. Thank you.